in the court.
Been a long time. Lots to catch up on, isn't there?
So much to catch up on, Tony. We've been busy, man.
So last time I saw you, you were back from some riots or something?
Yeah.
You were out rioting, weren't you?
Nothing like that more than a good riot, Tone. Get myself some Greg's pasties and some shoes.
I'd just done Edinburgh, and I remember you said, there's some riots going on, and I said, well, I'll be right over. And we did some rioting, and then we realized, we're not keen on these guys. So
no, they weren't our people.
I rioted a bit on both sides, whatever they were.
You just go out and run around, see where you end up. And
then I saw you at Green Man Festival.
Yeah, that was a nice surprise. You just appeared like the shopkeeper for Mr. Ben. There you were, bink, and you just because we talked about getting you on there.
Yeah, just on the off chance, I got in touch with them and said, if anybody cancels, I know it's unlikely, but count me as your first go-to guy. Because it's the first time I've been able to do Green Man for years because of Edinburgh.
Of course.
I used to do it in the early days. Yeah, next year I'm definitely going to keep time off to do it. It's worth it, isn't it?
It's such a great... I think it's one of the best festivals, Tone. I had such a good time.
I think it's the best.
Yeah.
We always used to say back when I first did it when the kids were like 2 years old, so I guess 13 years ago. Ever since then, we've done lots of festivals, but I think we did it twice. We said it was the best, and then going back this time, it's the same but even better.
Yeah. I had a great on the Sunday because Kate, my wife, and Bodie they'd gone home, so I had the Saturday night to watch bands. And then I watched a band with Stuart Lee and his Mrs. Rosie. We had a nice time. And Esther Manito
they were watching
and
it
Neil.
with you.
Yeah.
Who was it? The OCs.
Yeah.
Were you watching that with Stu?
Yeah, man. It was great.
Cassius Luchas protest. No.
He's so
pretty
good. I've loved him for a few years, and then I did.
Have you?
Yeah, dude. And then I didn't realize I had two drummers. We were like, holy shit, two drummers. Two drummers.
That's pretty cool.
Come on, man.
Yeah, you got to like that because there's no need for it.
Nope, absolutely no need at all.
I see 0 point in two drummers, but I loved it for that.
Because they weren't doing separate things either. They were playing exactly the same notes.
Yeah. I saw Stuart the next morning, and he walked up. He started laughing. He says, "You look exactly like the sort of person that comes to this festival." You look like an advertisement for the Green Man Festival. But that band was funny, and Stuart was saying that how he thought that they're kind of like all music in one band.
Yeah,
they're just like all of it.
Yeah.
And he says, but it's got 28 albums. I don't know if I've got enough time left in my life to get into them.
But it's like all these bands that have got loads. You know, there's going to be the odd album where it's a masterpiece. But then there's going to be a lot of stuff where you go, nah, that's not really, like the Beatles. The Beatles have got loads of stuff, but it's not all brilliant.
Yeah, they don't have 28 records worth.
No. But that's the thing, you got to sift through it all now to get to the good stuff. So, yeah, we'll be dead by the time we manage that.
Yeah, they were good. So that was a good festival.
It was a great festival. And on a Sunday, because you'd gone at this point, I was like, what am I going to do? I hadn't gone out and gone mad as I would have done years ago at a festival. I was up early, wandering around, eating fruit, drinking tea. Jeez. And I went and watched, in the comedy tent, they had authors doing talks about their books. And I sat and I peeled oranges and I watched the authors chat about their books. Tiffany Murray talking about her book. She was a kid at Rockfield Studios when her mum was the chef there when Queen were recording Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, wow.
It's amazing.
That interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was brilliant. And then there was another guy that worked. He was the guy that basically turned Island Records around and signed Amy Winehouse and a bunch of other Sugar Babes and talking about his life. Brilliant. I had a brilliant time.
That's amazing. Yeah, and I took my daughter. That was nice. She loved it, but she didn't like at the OC. She says it's just like a bunch of dads in there. It's a dad band, and I go, no, they're significantly younger than me.
Yeah.
She goes, yeah, but they're way older than me. But she rocked out in there for a bit, and then we went and watched a Japanese film in a tent.
Oh, cool.
Just a slow-moving, arty film. This man was cleaning toilets and going around with his understudy. It was so slow, but away from all the noise and everything. Suddenly, like an hour in, we went, "Oh shit, let's go see some more music." Yeah, it was great.
But that's it. I remember seeing. I can't remember if it was. I think it might be Japanese. I think it was called Tetsuo years ago, and it's about a man that he has like sort of marks and blisters start to appear on his body, and he starts scratching it away, and then underneath it's like metal, and he turns into this big like robot thing.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's very Japanese.
Isn't it?
It's got robots. Well, it's got robots. And you said it was Japanese. That's enough for me to piece
that's
it
enough
together.
for you now.
Yeah.
I might be wrong. It might be not Japanese, and I might be massively wrong, but maybe Korean.
Well, I'll tell you what, those Hezbollah chaps, if they're going to get phones, they should buy Japanese. Am I right? That's in the news. We have to date when this was recorded.
Oh yeah, man. But did you see how they did it?
So I haven't, because I wanted to stick to my idea of how it was done. I wanted to imagine that they reversed engineered some codes and made them explode themselves. But you could tell me how they really did it.
Well, this is the thing. This is why I kept following the story, because I knew we'd all be panicking. I panicked. So I'm like, wow, they can do that? They could just explode your phone? What? This is it. We're done. And but what happened was, because you can get tracked by your phone, so they were buying up all the old pages and the old walkie-talkies.
Right.
And then so that you can't track them and they can still communicate with each other. But then the other side got wind of this, and they got the shipment before it got to where it was going.
So yeah,
and
like
put explosives in it and wired it up so that it would explode. And they were waiting for the right time to do it. And then the guys that were receiving the packages, they got wind of it and said, "Hang on a minute," and they went, "Oh, we've got to go now and do it now." And that's why suddenly they did it.
Oh.
So it was all planned, ready to go.
I wonder what country they intercepted them at.
Well, this is it. They showed you on the news. They showed you. They looked at the serial number and where it said it was made. So they went there and they went, "Oh no, we didn't make that. That's been licensed to this place." So then they went to this other place that just looks like an apartment building.
Right.
In
Bulgaria.
It was in Hungary. It was in Hungary.
Hungary.
Yeah.
Right. Holy
And then there was
shit.
no one there. There was no one in when they got there. No one in. There's a big list of there's an A4 piece of paper stuck to the window of all the companies that are registered there.
Right.
There's no one there.
What a strange thing.
Oh, but it is more exciting to think that they can just explode your phone.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping. And then, but they can't explode Apple phones because Apple's got good anti-explosion software.
Has it?
Yeah. You know, like everyone's always who loves Apple so much always say you never get tracked in an Apple. They've got too good of blah 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 blah. And scammers only get you on other phones, something like that.
So there you go.
I don't know if that's true.
So apples are really good for you on all levels, Tom.
So where's everyone living now? So we should do some admin. Like, where are you guys both based now?
So we're both in the West Country now. We are literally an hour. I'm 50 minutes away from producer Paul. I'm in.
And that's only due to diversions on the local road. Otherwise, it'd be...
No, the fact that you live in the woods, you're in like the witness protection program.
Yeah, that's
I went to his house, Tone. You'd love it because it's just woods. You love the woods, Tone.
I love the woods. I love being away from it all.
Honestly, you'll love.
What's the name of it?
It's called Conkwell.
I should see how long it takes to get there on the maps.
Oh,
yeah, you should come down.
It's quite a speedy journey. It's just the last 10 minutes where you have to drive around tree stumps and through potholes.
What's it called again? Conkwell.
Yeah.
Yeah, Conkwell. You'd love it, Tone. There's this track where you go into. It's a single track road that takes you into the valley, but you've still got this massive drop down one side. Massive trees.
Oh, you know what? That's really convenient. That's quite close to where my mother-in-law lives, when I do gigs, I stay out there. and then I do yard work for her.
I could feel
fucking kidding me.
A recording session coming on down here in the studio.
Yeah, I think we should.
I said to Paul, no one's ever coming out here.
We could organize, every couple weeks, coming and doing 3 or 4 in a morning or something.
Yes. Oh,
when I'm
God.
out that way.
That's an upgrade
That
on what
works
every
good.
6
Yeah,
months.
that's really
Definitely.
close to my mother-in-law. Really
Well,
close.
I'll take it all back. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's really handy.
I genuinely thought Paul had fucked up.
Imagine if we whacked out 4 every 2 weeks.
Yeah, it'd be brilliant.
Madness.
That's
and
great.
in person, we could do it properly, like we talked about.
Maybe I didn't put it in wrong. I think I put in the wrong town. I think I put in Cornwall. Oops. So, hey, hold that thought.
It's all falling apart.
Oh, shit. It might not be where I thought it was. Conk?
We're near Bath.
Wiltshire. Oh,
Yeah.
no, it's nowhere near.
Conkwell.
Conkwell.
Is it Conkwell?
Yes. Conkwell. Yes.
Conkwell, yeah.
Conkwell. Oh, it's near Bath.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Oh, how funny
so
that
close.
what a tease that was. Oh, well, we could still do that.
Yeah.
We could just do it every 3 weeks and do 6. Or like we're doing it now.
Yeah.
Have you got anywhere out there where we could dig a hole?
Yeah, we want to do this idea we've had.
Producer Paul, do you have anywhere that needs where we feel we could freely dig it, just go out and film ourselves, record ourselves, just digging and talking?
There's plenty of places where you can dig. Yeah, there's some common land.
The guests, and then guests are going to come out and help us dig the hole while we chat to them.
Right.
And every episode we start off where we're doing lots of digging, but by the end of each episode, the guests finds themselves doing all the digging while we're stood there with our sort of leaning on our sticks.
You don't
leaning on
kill
our
them and push
shovels.
them in at the end or anything, do you?
On our shovels. Yeah,
No,
that's
that's just left unsaid. We let the audience wonder what this is all about.
This is the Shallow Grave podcast, isn't it?
we're just going to we'll just call it, we're just going to dig in a hole. And we're going to see how far down we can get.
The hole, and I bet it would go absolutely viral as hell. Everyone would
I
go,
think
"Did
it
you
would."
see this fucking one podcast? Just dig a hole. Anyway, that's. I hope no one else gets to it first because I've mentioned it before, and I've thought about it for years. I just love digging. Always brings out the best in me, digging.
Have you ever dug a hole, Paul? It does. It's horrible.
It's worse. We did have to bury a donkey once, and
Yeah, you're going to have to explain that. You can't just drop that and then
walk us through that.
the donkey was quite old, and I was sort of looking after it. I had a bit of a scrap of spare land on the back of this house that I lived in the middle of nowhere, and we took it on, and it turns out they do last for donkey's years. I thought this was a short-term arrangement, but eventually it expired, and I came up with various solutions for getting rid of it because it didn't have the right paperwork. It didn't have any DEFRA things, so we couldn't get rid of it legally. So I started digging, and about sort of 3 inches into it, realised that this isn't. We ended up hiring a man with a digger who was a man of few words. He said, "Yeah, I've buried cattle before," and took cash. And said he'd have it done before the children got home from school.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And he did.
The kids,
That's it. Just
you tell the kids that just wandered away like my dad did when my dog Bullet. He said, "Oh, yeah, Bullet's run away." And for years, I used to go out calling for him. Bullet. I found out when I was 30 years old, when my brother at the Christmas dinner, remember when Bullet got run over? And where did we bury Bullet? And then I went, "What? He was run over? I thought. Why would you tell me he ran away?" So I just felt rejection.
Yeah. No, dude, that's sad.
But you buried a donkey. So when the kids got home, you just said I don't know. I think he's gone to live over at the Pallister.
I think he's I can't remember what we told them, but
you got a new flower bed. You got a new flower bed, Dad.
Just a pair of ears sticking up out of it.
Yeah, a red fern grew out of that pretty quick. And why is there another donkey lying on the mound? Where did that come from? Oh, that's the wife.
Is it illegal? You know about these things, Tony. Mind you, maybe in Canada it's different, but is it illegal to bury cattle and things like that?
I don't know, because on the farm it's just was our farm, so if we needed to bury cattle, or because if we didn't bury the pigs that died, if you had a sick pig and you put it way out back, one of the dogs would find a way to get it into pieces and start bringing the pieces back for gifts. So we had to start burying stuff, but we'd use a big loader tractor and dig in.
Just chuck
but to not have the equipment and to randomly have to bury a donkey, that's stressful. That's different level. Like, we kind of expected it every year. There would be one steer or a couple pigs. There would be some burying or burning.
Oh, but that smelled nice.
Yeah, if they're really ill, you didn't want to be eating them. No.
Oh dear. But then,
oh dear.
I like the way Paul at least attempted to start digging the hole. Anyone else would have gone, that's going to be a bit of work. That Paul went, well, hang on.
You need a bit of notice, don't you? Like, you need to know the donkey's dying in 1 month. You need a month to be digging that by hand.
Yeah. Easy.
And tools and all the things.
And to get it in the hole as well. I mean, that's a heavy old lump of meat. To be
I did have an old
dead.
Land Rover. I was going to drag it to the hole with a Land Rover.
Is this the Land Rover that you killed the chicken with?
The 1968 one, yeah. The brakes weren't so good with it, but I reckon it could drag a donkey if I needed to press it into action. What did you kill with it? Yes, sorry.
Tell him the story.
There was a chicken crossing a road. The brakes on this old Land Rover, it was made in 1969, and
of course
they weren't so good. I mean, the Land Rover wasn't great itself. It did catch fire at one point, and anyway, the brakes weren't so good. I didn't stop in time for the chicken and hit the chicken, and it just looked like somebody practicing voodoo on the front of my Land Rover. There's a grill with feathers of all different colours sticking out of it.
Oh, did you eat it?
I couldn't find the rest of the chicken, only its feathers. It was a big motorised dream catcher.
Nice bit of nice tasty bit of roadkill there.
Yeah.
But you'd have to put it all back together like a puzzle.
There's a Discovery show about that, I'm sure.
Yeah. Surviving off roadkill.
Yeah.
Doesn't Noel James like roadkill? Doesn't Noel James pick up roadkill and cook it and eat it? I think he does, doesn't he? I don't know.
I know Andy Askins has got a song about picking up a rabbit.
Does he?
Yeah, that he ran over.
He got there first. Now, if you do a rabbit routine, you're going to be, Andy Askins already did that. He's got a song. Fuck.
I hit a duck once by accident. I was driving back from Newcastle. It was early in the morning. And I was tired, so I wasn't really, you just want to get home. And the sun was coming up. And then a duck just appeared out of the central reservation. And I was and you're not supposed to stop. And I was kind of hurtling. And I've just gone bang, and I've hit this duck. And I'm like, oh, God. And I felt terrible. But I kept going. I'm like, I'm going to have to keep going. But then I'm like, oh, shit, I hope the duck was on its own.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't like ducklings with it or something like that.
Oh, grieving ducklings.
Oh.
That's exactly what it was, isn't it?
Yeah.
And left behind just a family of young ducklings who then got into trouble and became delinquent ducks.
Well, they'd have abandonment issues because one minute mum or dad was there, and the next minute they'd fucked off.
Yeah, just fucked off in a split second.
Yeah. They don't know
the rest of their life wondering what they did. What did I do?
Yeah, what did I do? We were having a nice time. We were crossing the road, and then Dad just disappeared.
Yeah, Dad and Mum. I had a dog once, but it was the way it happened was sad because I tried to swerve to miss it, right? And I thought but it went the same way as I swerved.
Oh.
So I feel like if I hadn't swerved. So it felt more like murder or manslaughter than an accident. You know?
Yeah.
There's a bit of deliberateness in there. But I haven't done that. That's been a long time now. That hasn't happened for a while. I'd love to be able to say I hit a bear And do an RFK.
You're not coming out of that in one piece, though. If you hit a bear.
Yeah, it depends. Black bear, you might be all right. Grizzly, forget about it. But that'll never happen. They're not going anywhere near a vehicle. But a black bear, for sure, you could.
Really?
I thought
they
come out.
I thought all bears are vicious.
Not vicious. I mean, you mean the size of it hitting the vehicle?
Yeah, but then you'd piss it off as well. If you didn't hurt it, it would just shrug you off and then drag you out of your broken car.
I think if it got hit by a car, it would be scared of the car, and then it would run off. It wouldn't know you were responsible. But do you remember? Did you hear what RFK Jr. did with a bear?
No.
He was on a podcast saying where did he there was a bear on the side of the road every time he'd drive back to his home, and I forget the whole story, but he went and got the bear, and he was going to try and he put it in the back of his Range Rover or whatever, and he was going to dispose of the bear and take it to someone who could know what to do with this dead bear from the side of the road. And then something happened. He had to go to a meeting or something, so he got called away, and he had to go into New York. And he was running out of time. He had to catch a flight, so he didn't know what to do. He didn't want to ask someone to help sort this bear out, so he kind of panicked and then thought of a practical joke. And I think he went to Central Park and put it on a bike at night. And just left it in Central Park as a kind of a joke. I immediately thought, I'm voting for this guy.
Yeah.
If that's the best idea to do with a bear. But then he went and joined the Trump campaign. So.
Oh yes.
And
he
also,
did.
I'm not American. So. But yeah, something like that. Look that up. RFK Jr. and the bear. He's a complicated guy. He's got that voice, and he also had brainworms in his brain, an eating disease, but he's fixed that up, and he's also not so keen on vaccines. And that's how he talks, isn't it? That's my only impression.
Brainworms.
I've been working Donald Trump. But there's so many good impressions of Donald Trump that it makes you when you watch only the impressions for a while, you think he's all right, actually. I quite like this guy because they're comedians making him comedic. Definitely the best at comedic Trump impressions.
Oh, the best one is now when he said they're coming over here and they're eating the pets, they're eating the dogs and the cats.
It was one Canada goose. It was one Canada goose. That's all it was.
Is that it?
Yeah, it was one Canada goose, which you would if you're from Haiti and you're used to gotta grab any food I can. If you see a Canada goose, you're gonna go, well, that looks good. I'm gonna grab that and take that home.
You can make a coat out of it as well.
It's completely logical.
Yeah. So but it was just the way he said it. He's obviously heard someone, they're eating the animals, and he's going, they're eating the dogs.
The dogs. They're eating the cat. They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs.
And the dogs.
Yeah.
He's mad, though. But then I reckon he's one of those people, he's like, if you met him, you'd probably get on with him. You'd probably have a fun time with him.
If he decided he liked you, he could probably charm you with his narcissistic charm.
Yeah, this is it. If you benefited him, you'd love him.
Yeah.
Yeah, typical narcissist, man.
But I think he's blowing it. He had it in his hands, whether you like him or not. It was all his to win after he got shot the first time. But then he's kind of going out of his way to make himself crazier and less likable than he already is, or whatever.
There was the other guy the other day who was in the bushes with a gun.
Yeah, that guy didn't do the pro-Ukrainian movement any favors.
You should have just said I was testing out my new gun. I was shooting squirrels or something.
Yeah, because he was over there volunteering to help out in Ukraine. There's loads of footage of him doing that. Then he's out in the bushes going to shoot Trump.
Mate.
Oh, well. I don't think the world's any more nuttier than it used to be. It's just we got more news now.
Well, yeah, we're more aware of it all now, aren't we? We can see it all.
would take months for loads of these weird little incidents to filter down into our newspapers or through word of mouth before you'd go, hey, there's a serial killer over in fucking Scooby-Doo. I mean, you might get the exploding pagers straight away. Like that, you might get that on that night's news.
That would come straight through, yeah.
But all the other stuff. I'm
glad now because it means you can hear about stuff like you said about the guy with the bear on the bike, and you hear about Cocaine Bear.
Yeah,
which is the bear that the guy dumped all that coke out into the wherever it was, and then the bear got a hold of it. Yeah.
My whole family saw it and I didn't see it, and they said it was hilarious.
It's great. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Love to see that.
But imagine a pissed off grizzly bear on coke.
Yeah. I mean, everybody's a bit below their best behavior when they're on coke, aren't they? So imagine if Grizzly's not going to be at his best, is he?
Just making his way through those picnic baskets.
Picnic baskets, yeah. Oh, so that's a shame that you're so far away, but at least there's whole potential.
Yeah.
There's definitely whole potential here. This used to be a quarry, this area. So
how would we do it? How would we mic ourselves up? Have to have little, what do you call them, those packs?
Yeah, little packs or shotgun mic or something like that. Be easily done, very easily done.
That'd be great. All right, well then that's locked and loaded. Contract signed. We're definitely going to dig a hole, and then at the end of it, you never know. You might have another donkey by then. We'll just see.
Might find somebody else.
Oh yeah.
We could just see if we could do it. I'm not dead yet. I'm fine.
I just want a carrot.
Come on, down in the. Oh, there's a carrot for you. You just go down there. There it is. All right, we got him.
You should see where he lives, Tone. Honestly, you could get rid of all sorts. You can get up to all sorts. Nobody knows what's going on out there. It's
Pagan
crazy.
rituals.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah. Dancing with goats.
Yep. I'm surprised
All
Paul's
the good
dressed
stuff.
now, to be honest.
Yeah,
I did keep goats once.
Oh, no, only once. Did you kill them as well?
No, well, actually, one of them did have an illness, so I did have to inject it every morning with this stuff from the vets.
Here we go.
I had a full-time job at Sky, but every morning I'd go out before I'd put my proper going to Sky job work clothes on, wrestle a goat to the ground because they really move fast when they know you're coming for them with a syringe. Wrestle a goat. I'd end up covered in bruises and scrapes, and then inject the thing, and then go off. And I was turning off at these audio suites in West London. I think they thought I was just like getting battered or something at home because I'd have scratches and scratches. No, I have to wrestle a goat every morning before I come in here and do this session.
Is that what you call it? Yeah, so I'm like wrestling my goat.
You're slowly murdering a goat with poison, just a little bit every day.
The Harold Shipman of the goat world.
Bravely murdering him with an axe. You're just a little every day, and meanwhile you were digging another hole.
Yes.
Sizing up the goat.
A smaller hole.
That. The way he said it, he went, well, it was ill and I had to inject it every day. And this is Munchausen's by proxy.
It got better.
Ill, you must take your medicine.
I fixed it. I fixed the goat with my injections.
Oh, that's nice. That's we've turned a lovely story into a dark thing.
We have. Sorry. Let's bring it back.
So should we start a schedule of doing these remotely, and then every once in a while do some in house and do it like that?
Let's do it. I'm up for it.
All right. I'm going to come up with a format next time and then some topics. I did not do that.
This has been all right. My friend killed a dog.
This is a good one. This is a good one back, isn't it?
Yeah. My friend killed a dog by accident. He was dating someone, and she said, go and sit in or whatever room it was. Go sit in there and I'll go and get ready. And he went in and he sort of sat on the sofa and he heard this crack. And the dog was underneath the sofa.
Like Christopher Montalcante on The Sopranos when he was whacked out on drugs and he sat on his girlfriend's dog. Do you remember that Sopranos?
No.
Christopher. Remember that character?
Oh, the young lad. Yeah.
Yeah. See, he got into crack and he sat on his girlfriend's dog. I think that was an episode.
Fuck.
Exact same thing. So he cracked. Oh, that must haunt him to this day, your friend.
When was The Sopranos?
Late 90s to early 2000s. So to 2009 or something like that, maybe?
And so the guy sat on his girlfriend's dog.
Yeah.
And killed
Well,
it.
you think your mates invented this story?
Yes, I do.
Ah.
He told me about it in 2006.
Oh, let's see. I'm going to put in Christopher.
Did he adopt a New York accent as he told you the story?
Yeah. I was in America, and
I sat in his dog.
oh my dog! They're sitting on the dogs.
I sat. I didn't. I'm sorry.
Hey, I'm sitting here.
Christopher Montesante. Yeah, so Adriana, and she's going, you sat on the fucking dog. And he's like, oh, God, I didn't see it. Season 4, episode 10. So when was that? When was season 4? 2002.
My friend fucking lied to me. I bet he stole the story.
Oh, wow. Look at this. Look at us investigating stuff.
Oh, this is the most rigorous we've ever been.
Yeah, so you'll have to phone him up again and say, did you,
Hey,
did he also do hits?
Yeah, he told me it as if it was his story. I thought it was a bit wild.
You were eating a cannoli at the time. This is a good cannoli.
I just taken Jimmy out the back. Taking
I killed
Jimmy.
a dog.
Killed a
Sat
dog.
on
We took
my girlfriend's
Jimmy out.
fucking dog. Yeah, 2002, that episode.
Piece of shit.
This is the most animal death we've ever discussed.
Yes, this one's going to be called Murder is Meat.
Murder is meat. Oh, dear.
Anyway, I haven't killed anything recently. So now we live here in the countryside. I took Kate to her new job. I was driving back, and I went the other way. I went this other way, and there's like a single track road and through the fields. It's beautiful. And then these two swans just appeared, and they were walking down the road in front of me, and they would not. They didn't give a shit, man. They just kept walking. That was a literal, proper countryside traffic jam.
Oh, was it? Yeah, that happened. We were in Menorca for a holiday.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
We pulled up, and there was some people out chasing a rabbit. So the traffic is backed up on both sides of this narrow road, and all these people were out of their cars chasing a rabbit that was on the road. And my wife's just going, oh, no, that rabbit's blind because it's got scoliosis. Whoever's going to pick him up better wash vigorously and go to the doctors when they get home because they're going to get some scoliosis off that rabbit. And then so someone finally got it and then put it over the hedge, and then everyone drove off. It was very lovely. And everyone was really nice except the bus driver who kept honking and trying to intimidate people into moving because he had a schedule to keep.
Yeah.
Up until that moment, though, I thought, these are the nicest people in the world.
Until you got to be somewhere.
Fuck that shit. I'm not going to pick up that fucking scoliosis fucking rabbit.
Fucking rabbit. The fucking
outta here.
rabbit. I'm
Just drive it
walking here.
over. Yeah. I miss those accents. You don't hear anyone like that anymore.
I had a what do you call it? I had to go and do an audition for the film. Was it Wild Beasts and Where You Find Them, or where it's called? Something like that. Crazy Beasts and Where to Find Them. Something like that, whatever it was. And they wanted a workman with a New York accent. And that's what I auditioned for. And I could not do it. Couldn't do it.
They should have just flipped the character and made him a fucking geezer.
Yeah, I would have fucking nailed that. You want
would've
a hole in
nailed
the
that.
floor? I'd do that. You want to bury a
Cup of
donkey? I'd do that.
I'm not done me tea yet.
I'll have me tea and then I'll bury your fucking donkey, mate.
Donkey.
It sounds like rhyming slang, burying a donkey.
Yeah. Burying a donkey, conky.
Burying a white person,
Keywell.
burying a donkey, rhymes with honky.
Oh, yeah.
I've got to go and bury a fucking donkey, ain't I?
Is it a
Do you
donkey
mean you're going to
500
kill a
or is that a
man?
pony?
That's a pony.
Oh, right. What's a donkey then? Is that a
No,
smaller
a monkey's
denomination?
500.
Is it?
A monkey is 500, yeah. A pony...
Or is that just a bad thing, a pony?
A pony's a pony and trap, isn't it? Crap.
Yeah. I see.
A monkey is 500.
That's a
score
load
is
of pony,
20.
mate.
A bullseye is 50.
Mate, that's a load of that's a lot of pony. Is that
That's a
what they say?
load of pony, mate. That's a load
That's
of...
a load of pony, mate.
Load of pony.
Seems like such a lot of effort to just not say the thing.
Well, we did a whole episode about it, didn't we, Tone? Talking about rhyming slang and...
We did. The whole
Cursing.
episode about that.
Yeah.
Well, it was a load of pony, mate. The whole episode.
Wait, listen,
was
I've got to
a-
wrap this up. I've got to go and bury a donkey in a
Yeah,
minute.
I'm getting a bit hot. I'm going to try and work out how to move my equipment into the sitting room for next time.
Yes, you
There's
must.
no need to be in this booth anymore. So I'm boiling.
So
All
we'll
right,
do
well,
this
let's
again.
have a good first one back, and we'll do it in one early next week or something if
Yes.
you guys are free.
Silence in the court.